Greetings from the Whole Elephant Institute. Today is May the 17th, 2021. We're here at our community outreach site at the school district of 25, Flushing, New York. This is our neighborhood, and usually the Whole Elephant Institute comes to this neighborhood to do community outreach around this time, because quite a lot of parents and children after dinner, they actually come to take a walk, and so we get to meet them, and when they ask questions about our school, we get a chance to tell them what the Whole Elephant Chinese Charter School is all about. The Whole Elephant Chinese Charter School is the first public charter school that features the authentic traditional Chinese culture of 5,000 years. The public school right now in America, most of the public schools, they actually are teaching Chinese history according to the information that has been infiltrated into America, into the education system of America by the Chinese Communist Party. So the entire Chinese history in every regard right now in the American public school system, as a matter of fact, are quite polluted, quite altered, and tailored tailored into the ideology, the ultimate mission of the Chinese Communist Party, in terms of to use infiltration of culture by altering the authentic traditional Chinese culture, and to deceive the whole world and depict China as its communist China, and Chinese history dictated by the Chinese Communist Party and changed according to the ulterior motives of the Chinese Communist Party in terms of making China the red China. So it is very problematic in every regard. Right now, American children actually have no access to the authentic traditional Chinese culture, which defines true China, what China is all about. It's not the communist China, it is the traditional China. It is the divine land of China. So we want to bring the true China, the true Chinese culture, and the true wisdom of the Chinese people, not the communist China, not the communist ideology, not the infiltrated things like under the name of Confucius. The Confucius Institute right now in America, many scholars, the China scholars, many mainstream American people who really, from the depths of their heart, they love China. They always want China to be stronger and better. They want Chinese people to be stronger and better and be free from communism. And they thought through appeasing the Chinese Communist Party, through doing business with the Chinese Communist Party, through going into China to do business with Chinese people within the system of the Chinese Communist Party. They can gradually change China through within by teaching Chinese people the concept of human rights, democracy. It sounds very beautiful. Yeah, it is like a romance, almost romantic thought. But in reality, it is the opposite, because everyone, whoever entered China to do business with the Chinese Communist Party, controlled, institutions, business entities, they actually start to realize that they have to first sell their conscience for their business entity to land inside of China. And that is the precondition for them to do business with the Chinese people. They have to first sell their conscience. They have to first silence their voice. They have to conform to the rules and regulations, so-called, of the Chinese Communist Party system. And within the rules and regulations, they have to sell themselves for making money to survive. So the true role of these business communities from overseas who entered China, although they entered China under the excuse that they will bring human rights and democracy to China, but as a matter of fact, what they ended up doing is to play the role of the blood vessel that delivers the money, the nutrient for supporting the malignant cancer of Communist Party induced, social cancer inside of China. They are not changing China. They are being transformed by communist ideology themselves. They are supporting the very operation of the malignant system. They are helping the malignancy to infiltrate all over the world, to metastasize all over the world. And this is how scary it is, So many people, they consider that China now, before the global pandemic, when we talk to people in the community, many educated Americans say, oh yeah, we love China, and China is going to be the superpower in the world. China has all the money of the world. China is so rich, and the communist system and socialist system seems to be working better than the capitalist system. That is what the college right now have been teaching the young generations of American scholars, and they actually are starting to following and supporting the socialist system, not knowing that it is communism. Socialism is the earliest stage of communism. Socialism is the same as communism. So when people stand up for socialism, they are actually turning into a communist follower. And many children throughout the public school system in America, they learned evolution theory. They equal themselves to animal, and they are indoctrinated by the concept of competition for survival, and justify competition by the so-called evolution theories, and competing for power, for money, for fame, and they are starting to, in every regard, be polluted by the communist ideology. The communist variants in the West, they actually are, wearing many different caps. Some of the caps, some of the labels actually are very glorious, including women's rights, including go green, including political correctness, and many leftist ideology. Sadly, actually, when you look deeper into it, the root actually is communism. So our wonderful friends still right now actually label themselves to be the leftists, and they consider themselves, to be doing the right thing. We love you. We are one family. We shall not be divided into left and right and start to fight within a nation and to label each other and attack each other. That's not the solution. The solution actually is for peaceful, communication, not to be like the blind man, each holding a part of the piece of the truth of the whole elephant and starting to blame each other for being blind. Yes, all of us are blind because we are human beings, and our eyes actually our two naked eyes allow us only to see the superficiality of the most surface layer, of the reflection of the surface layer of this low dimension of the universe. And we are under the foot. Actually, we are seeing the part of the dimension under the foot of the elephant right now. Let alone to say touching part of the elephant, of the toenails or the tail, grabbing the tail, or touching the side of the elephant. Yes, humanity has been totally blind. Throughout the human history, humanity are living in blindness. In this blindness, humanity actually is destined to eventually wake up. And that awakening process, now the opportunity has been matured. After the long journey of humanity, of the over 100 million years. 100 million years in Chinese is called 一亿年. 100 million years of true history of humanity, designed and pre-programmed by the divine to build this masterpiece of the amazing human body, equipped with all the necessary instruments of cognition, the ability to remember, the ability to discern right and wrong and good from bad. And eventually, we are actually presented with this unique opportunity to finally wake up. And in this final awakening stage of the human beings, humanity, as a matter of fact, the 5,000 years of Chinese culture, Chinese history, and the 5,000 years on the central stage of the earth, called the Divine Land of China, our Creator has systematically unfolded a grand drama. And on the stage of the Divine Land of China, the drama actually start to deliver one lesson after another, one lesson after another, one concept after another, one story after another, and one experiment after another of the human psyche and human mind architecture, and most importantly, a word called human morality. It is the way that the Creator, our Creator, has laid down for the mankind to have all the necessary elements to be awakened. At the very end stage, when our Creator comes to the human world and spread the teachings of the ultimate truth called the law of the universe. And when the law of the universe is spread in the human world, humanity gradually will be awakened. And there are messengers of our Creator, and these messengers were first awakened by the truth, and then they start to validate the truth by following the truth, and then they were persecuted. They have been persecuted by the Chinese Communist Party, by all forms of negative elements in the human world, and they become mature throughout the persecution, and then they actually now are spreading the truth after validating the truth, and to let the whole world wake up to the fundamental truth of why we are here. Where are we going, and how we will be able to get there, who we are, why we are here, where we are going, and how we're gonna get to our true home. Those are the true messages that are being spread by the messengers of our Creator, and the law of the universe are being spread. Right now, the inside of China, on the stage of the central stage of the human world, the Chinese people are actually playing out another very amazing drama called The Modern Exodus. It's called quitting CCP and all its organizations, the 3 organizations from the little one all the way to the grown-up. It's called the CCP Young Pioneer, CCP Youth League, and the CCP party member. So right now, more than 370 million Chinese people have openly denounced CCP and all the 3 evil organizations. Chinese people are waking up. Chinese people are saying no to communism, no socialism, and Chinese people are embracing the concept of human rights and democracy and have launched the largest grassroots human rights movement in every regard. But the purpose is not for individual, self-centered purpose. Actually, the purpose is to spread the truth and to wake up the whole world. And that's the mission of the Falun Dafa practitioners. And Falun Dafa practitioners are the messengers, and they are the truth warriors, and they have awakened the conscience and justice of the good Chinese people's heart, and also now are waking up the justice and conscience of all world people. So it is not through the money-based and profit-based business of doing business with China that China will be changed. As a matter of fact, in the near future, everyone will be aware of the very truth that it is the Falun Dafa practitioners, the messenger of our Creator, who have been doing the real work of waking up the Chinese people, of changing China into a nation that is truly what China is all about. Okay, so it's a very, very important time for more and more people to understand the truth behind, the past over 30 years. If we go back to 29 years ago in mainland China, and the world people must understand that something very major was happening in China. May 13th, 1992, Falun Dafa, under the name of Falun Gong, started to spread inside of China. By 1999, 100 million Falun Dafa practitioners are in mainland China. And the health benefits were so incredible that should have attracted lots of frontier life science researchers to examine the phenomena. However, exactly around the time when such work shall be carried out, the evil head of the Chinese Communist Party, Jiang Zemin, out of his personal jealousy, mobilized the entire Chinese Communist Party controlled machinery of China, modern China, and started to do a nationwide crackdown towards the Falun Gong practitioners, Falun Dafa practitioners. And so last week we celebrated the World Falun Dafa Day. So 2021, we basically are here to remember the amazing journey that the messengers of truth, the truth warrior, the Falun Gong practitioners have walked and have been upholding and have been spreading the most important truths. The 3 keywords: truthfulness, 真, compassion, 善, forbearance, 忍, taught by Falun Dafa, pronounced in proper Chinese is 法轮大法，法轮大法好，真善人好。Falun Dafa is good. Truthfulness, compassion, forbearance is good. These precious 9-character true words now manifesting incredible healing power to those who can sincerely recite during this time of global pandemic. The Whole Elephant Institute have been publishing a set of articles to explain from a higher level to look down to see the true human life science and to see how human cells and molecules operate and to see how the human immune system operates and to see why there are a scale of different responses to the COVID-19 virus. Many people who understand the truth call the virus CCP virus because the virus very obviously are targeting those people who actually follow the communist ideology, especially inside of China. They are those who actually follow the CCP and make a stand for the CCP. And these people, their immune system are deviated because of their ideology is exactly the opposite to the fundamental nature of the universe, truthfulness, compassion, forbearance, as taught by Falun Dafa. They actually believed in the communist ideology, and it is called Jia, which means deception, which means evil, and Dou means violence. So with that kind of ideology of Jia, Dou, and exactly opposite to Zhen, Shan, Ren, the immune system launches a massive suicidal cytokine and ended up killing the people. So the true danger is not the virus. The true danger is within each one of us. It is within our mind. It is within our ideology. And the ideology is not us. It is not our true self. It is indoctrinated by year in and year out. Those educations usually are indoctrinated by the public school system ever since we were a kindergartner. Okay, it is so scary that, as a matter of fact, before we know it, our mind has been contaminated and poisoned, and then our operational mode of the cell, our operational mode of the molecule, and our operational mode of the immune system are now deviated to the extent that it can kill ourselves. So the global pandemic, in every regard, right now, what manifesting is the side effect of those ideologies, and people believe in man's ability to conquer nature. People want to conquer nature, and they believe that people can outsmart nature. And entire modern life science, there are a lot of propaganda regarding the power of modern life science, the power of molecular biology, virology, immunology, cell biology, microbiology, and they're all the blind men try to dig out a piece of truth, and they all claim that they know the truth, and they all want to outsmart nature by manipulating our human body, and they want to discover, molecular drugs, and they want to shooting all those bullets inside of our human body to silence the disease symptom. But they are actually tipping over our human body. It's very balanced. And the stuff we take into our body cannot be digested, cannot be eliminated by the system, and they gradually accumulate, they gradually pollute our entire system and alter our normal operational mode. And our immune system become blind. Our immune system become violent. Our immune system actually not only are not protecting ourselves, but actually are doing the harm and causing massive war inside of us and leading to inflammation, autoimmunity, and eventually a lot of people lose their life because of exactly those deviated immune response. And the global pandemic is a very clear evidence showing that so many people right now on the earth, they no longer can operate normally in their immune response, and they are killing themselves. So why the 9 true words can miraculously heal so many people The moment they start to recite in proper pronunciation in Chinese, 真善人好，法人大法好，真善人好，法人大法好。Why? These 9 words have the healing power for those who are already in great, danger of unable to breathe, and no medication was able to save their life. And the moment they start to center their mind, to start to do the 9 character true words, they actually come back to life. This is a remedy that doesn't require any high tech. This is a remedy that doesn't require a penny of money. This is all about your ability to have faith in the fundamental nature of the universe. 真善忍 truthfulness, compassion, forbearance, to be true, to be good, to endure. Yeah. When you actually align yourself, when your mind align yourself with the fundamental nature of the universe, you are connected with a system, and that system is the truth. That system is eternal, and that system is your true home. And when you actually step out from the deviation of your wrong ideology,